Hey guys, we should be live right now. If we are, then I think something's working out. I don't know.
You are live.
I am live. I am live.
Hey.
Okay.
100%.
Like, is that.
I see Sween already cheering.
Yeah. So. I'm like totally spacing out because this is like a different angle for my camera. This is the podcast SpookyCast. Tonight we're going to talk about everything that we have missed, or at least some bits that we have missed. Sora's been released in Smash Brothers. Blizzard has not done anything to solve their problems. Nintendo has now a new least voted video of all time. But before we get to any of that, let's introduce our lovely guest, BirdCultured. I guess you're up first. What is going on?
Howdy. Not much. I am recovering from late night of Halloween partying last night.
Oh
so,
man, that's
yeah. So it was.
Feel that, brother.
Yeah, I was out till like 3:30, and I have not done that in a long time. So
I was just like,
apologies if my eyes have like that glazed over look.
no,
I'm
you look
feeling good. Feeling
cool.
good.
You look cool. Everyone's in costume tonight.
Pretty cool.
I'm just dressed up as the cartoon that I am. That's the issue.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
What any cool parties I missed? You should have called me. No.
Just a quick trip to Chicago.
Yeah. It's on the A train, I think.
Hey, man. Man, I would have been down.
Yeah.
Quick flight.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, in New York City, I don't know. I just felt weird going out on Halloween. Just
Yeah.
recently, I don't know. I don't know why. I was like, I'm just gonna stay indoors. Actually, I stayed indoors, and my roommates were watching something on the TV. So I found out that one of my friends was having a wine and cheese party for Halloween, so I went to that. But that's my silly
Amazing.
life. That's my silly life. How
Love
about
it.
Was that KK?
Oh, I just said love it.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. What about you? How you doing? What's good?
What's going on? Yo, yo. Yeah,
Introduce your
same thing as
channel a little bit,
BirdCultured.
maybe.
Same thing as him. I was out partying. I was with me and my friends actually went to a bar crawl last night.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it was an organized event, and it was not good, not very
Oh,
organized
no.
at all. So we kind of
Ooh.
created our own adventure, picked a
Yes.
bar, decided to stay there, and we had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You find the right
we didn't
place.
stay out as long as BirdCultured over here, but like 'cause he's a party fiend over there. But
I'm regretting it, but
nah, that sounds like a good time, and I had a great time. But
Yes.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
overall, just resting on actual Halloween.
So, first of all, everyone at home, make sure you give BirdCulture and KK a follow. They are amazing individuals. But tonight, let's go over some things that we missed. Let's talk about some things that we've been doing lately. And let's go over, because it's Halloween, let's go over, like, scariest gaming moments or, like, spoopy gaming moments. And we are going to have our surprise ghost guest, the Joho, who currently is in ephemeral form right now. He's ethereal form. He's gonna pop on up. I mean, what do you guys want to start with? I think the most downvoted Nintendo YouTube video is a fun topic.
That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. I would love to hear
Oh,
more.
that's
Yeah. So fun fact. Nintendo came out with a new online service extension.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Everyone, dude, the second
said-
people did you see when people saw the announcement for Nintendo Online's N64 plan? Like when they first
Nobody was
announced
happy.
it. When they first announced that they were going to have a plan that included Nintendo 64 Online, did you see how much people loved it? How much people were obsessed? Seriously, during the Direct.
Oh yeah.
But they like
Mhm.
very much very clearly. Like, they did not talk about how much it was going to cost. Like they did that
Yeah,
deliberately.
Yeah.
they knew
They
exactly
knew what
what
they
was
were
gonna happen once
doing.
they
I
said
think
that.
I think people were mostly just excited for the fact that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us were on like the same page. We were just like, all right, this sounds really dope because this is exactly what we because a lot of people wanted this next step, right?
Oh,
And so
absolutely.
we were like
I was one of
so we
them.
were like, all right, I wouldn't be surprised if it cost a little hence a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah,
A little.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like $10 more a year, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
like 30
15.
bucks
Yep, $30 a year.
maybe.
It's interesting because they're like, we're Nintendo, so Xbox Game Pass is cool and all, but we'll give you 9 games. Well, they're 9 Nintendo games. They're giving you also Sega Genesis games or whatever. But
Yeah.
they,
That was weird.
that was weird. That was definitely weird. But it makes
That came out
sense.
of nowhere.
But you know what? Pat out the program. It's cool, but it's just that
Mhm.
price. And so, infamously,
Oh my
it
god.
is now the most downvoted YouTube video for uh um why am I blanking here? It's the
Nintendo wise?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the most
Uh
the like overview video is the most downvoted YouTube video for Nintendo.
to be fair
That's
to
wild.
Yeah,
Nintendo, every online video they have released has been downvoted to Kingdom Come,
I
and
don't
I'm not
know.
even joking.
That's fair.
Oh, is it true?
Every single video where they mention online at all has been downvoted. Like the ratio is insane.
What
I think the
about
last one before that was like 16,000 or something like that. It was crazy.
what
Wow.
about the one where they announced having SNES and NES online? The SNES and NES plans. And what about the one where they
Yeah.
announced that Mario Party was going to have online capabilities 2 years after they released Mario Party? People were like, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
people,
they were finally doing something right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I imagine those videos to have a better positive, thumbs up ratio.
I'm
But who
trying to
knows?
pull it up now.
No, yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what
I
they
just
Yeah,
meant like in terms of like when they're like when it just concerns like the online service,
yeah,
like the online service itself.
yeah.
When because usually like every like 2 months or so they post like twice they have posted about like the NES online service the
The
same
new
video twice
games.
like 2 months apart,
Yeah,
and both times they got ratioed hardcore to like
Mm.
dislike. But this
yeah,
recent one, oof, a big oof.
yeah.
This
Big
recent one.
shot in the face. I don't know. It's super weird. It's super weird. But like,
I mean, I could see why people are so upset too
I'm
about
upset. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
it's like
for
it's too much.
It's
It's
just
yeah,
too much.
oh yeah,
for those who
and if you do it
oh,
now,
go ahead.
you can get Animal Crossing's expansion pass for as long as you're willing to pay us $30 a year more.
That was so
It was
stupid.
just so yeah, it's like and
That
like
was so stupid. Like for those of you who don't know, right? Because I don't think we haven't mentioned the price yet, but
oh
like
yeah,
normal price, right? For
US.
like an entire year, basic service, NES and SNES games included, $20 a year. Not bad, right?
That's a pretty
All
good
That's
right.
deal,
not at all.
honestly. It's a pretty good
Oh,
deal.
that's
That's not bad.
good deal.
Listen, the online aside, which is
They're even though they're not doing it
it's online,
like
Yeah.
as many grudges I have
but
against their online service in Smash Brothers, like it's
20
not.
bucks is not bad.
Oh, are we
Oh
getting
my
another?
goodness.
Oh boy,
Oh, perfect.
oh
Love it.
boy, here we
There he
go.
is.
You can see
The
my
man, the
other
myth, the legend.
camera just appear. It's fine. You didn't see anything. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
There's
about.
there's 5 of us now.
Yes,
Wow.
it's great. Um,
Me, Bird, Pocket, and Joho.
yes, Joho. The ghost
What's
hath
up?
awakened. We are discussing. First of all, we got to give a good introduction. Joho, would you like to introduce your channel or whatever? Welcome to the party. We are discussing Nintendo Online, but first off, guys, go give Joho a follow, or I will hunt you down. It's Halloween. I
Uh,
can say that.
Yes. For this day.
It's the purge.
Yeah, it's less weird
Streamer
right
purge.
now, just specifically right now. And boop, now it says the Joho. So yeah, so we're discussing the Nintendo Online price for the expansion
Okay,
pass.
the $60 price tag for getting access to N64 and Genesis titles.
$60 would be
$50.
criminal. It's $50, which is also criminal.
What a deal.
Right.
It's not
Potato,
50, it's
potato.
50.
Yeah.
For $30 more, you get badly emulated ROMs of N64 games
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
good patch of Sega Genesis games. And might as well throw in a rental service for the Animal Crossing
Yeah.
expansion pass, whatever the heck
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Is that
rental.
why you asked me on Pocket? Because you were like, it's shit on Nintendo Day.
well, isn't every day isn't
I mean, true.
yeah.
They done some things right, but like this is one of those major things that has happened that everybody's just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like kind of funnies that they call it the WND, weird Nintendo decisions.
Yes.
Just they're
Yeah.
gonna do something weird. Nothing good. I mean, maybe something good, but whatever it is that they're doing, it's gonna be a little bit weird.
It's pretty weird.
It's super weird,
It is.
and like we were just saying, I don't mind Nintendo's online plan as it is. Like, do I want them to put out more stuff soon? Yes. Like,
For sure.
like more NES and SNES games? Yes. Am I happy with what they've put out? Yeah. Why not, man? Like, they do a decent job there. Like they gave me Links to the Past and Super Metroid and the staple Super Mario World. Okay, I get, like with those, it's fine. If they gave us, I would feel the same way if it was $20 and it was the 9 games that they're giving with the N64 online. But like $50, and you get, I don't know. Yoshi's Story is like a 2-hour game or something.
But I cannot wait to play that. That's a great game. I'm just saying. It's so cute.
So they don't
So
give you access to all of the 64 or all of the Genesis titles, which is kind of a bust. But this is the same company that made us pay full price for ports to the Switch for games like Super Mario Galaxy.
Well, no, it wasn't full price for Super Mario Galaxy, right? Because Super Mario Galaxy was
Is this just me?
You paid $60
for
for
3 games.
games.
So it's $20.
Yeah.
If it is,
KK, are you good?
is everyone good? Are we good?
No, like, sorry. When you were speaking, you were going like 3 pixels a second, so I couldn't. I don't know if it was just me, so I was just like, hello.
Yeah.
Sorry if
sorry,
it was just me. I'll
is it
speak
me?
up next time.
Was it me?
No, you're
Is it me?
fine. You're fine
I
now.
think
It's
yeah, I'm
it was
good.
just
So, yeah, it's
next
just
time it happens, I'll just
Super Mario Galaxy was part of 3 games. If you're talking Skyward Sword, then I kind of agree with you, right? Like Skyward
Yeah.
Sword, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker they added on to. There's a couple other games like that, and I don't mind those as much because it's not like the Wii U had that big an audience, so they kind of can get away with. Oh wait, no, Skyward Sword's a Wii game, so it's a remake,
Yeah.
right? And
Was it
Yes,
on the
it
Wii U too? I can't
No.
remember. Okay.
whenever they
You
I'm
could play it on the
thinking
Wii U.
about Breath of the Wild had a Wii U release, which is super weird.
it did. Yeah.
there were
It did.
3 Zelda games on the Wii U, 3,
Oh yeah, because Wind Waker HD got a release.
And Twilight Princess.
Twilight
Yes.
Princess.
yeah.
Twilight Princess.
So like
Again, I
Yeah.
have a problem with their predatory practices, which
Yeah.
is basically just if it's a direct port, they'll still charge you full price or like $20 to $10 under price, but it's just like, why are you gonna do that? Like, why not just make it a part of like roll it all into a bundle and then like what they're doing now? If they were like, yeah, we'll give you, you pay us 50, we'll give you access to all of these older titles that aren't reselling anymore and they're popular titles.
yeah.
And then you could just sit there and play them on the cloud like they did with Kingdom Hearts. Because some games are good for cloud and some aren't, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a little weird. It's just a little weird, and I hope that they change something. But you know what they're going to do? They're just gonna add in like Game Boy games or something and call it a day. They're
Probably.
not gonna change their prices. They're not gonna.
I think the thing about it, right? I wouldn't mind it as much, right? If they went for, first of all, $30 is already too much, in my opinion. Um, I have it only because of the family plan, which means I pay
Yes.
$10 because there was 7 other people, so that's
Yeah.
not a bad deal for me. But like, if it 50, I wouldn't mind it if the online itself actually was good. And unfortunately,
You're talking with
it's
Smash,
hit or
or
miss.
you're talking with Smash, or like Mario Kart, or
In general, all
Yeah.
across the board.
The
Like,
online services are really tricky because it's $30 for the family plan, or $12 for a single plan.
Yeah.
So I know because I'm paying for the family plan because we have multiple Switches in the house.
I paid $20 for the regular plan, $20 a year. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a little bit of lag in Smash, and that's fine by me. You know, that's been okay. That hasn't been my grudge. But
yeah,
if I was playing Mario Kart 64, the lag would feel a little bit worse. I don't know why.
or like,
Maybe because it's an older game. You know, I don't know.
or like things like Super Mario, like Mario Maker 2, like that online is basically unplayable at times.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, there are other games where the online service just isn't like fully there, but there, and we didn't really mind it so much because it was so cheap, like $20, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But now it's like $50.
$50. Yeah. So, you know, I was like, as a streamer, I might just get this to. I'm like, I know it's gonna be a bit more, but I'll probably get this to play with my other streamer friends. And now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, play on the old N64 and not play with other streamers because it's just, I don't want to support this as at this point at least, you know. But I
Yeah.
will tell you
Yeah.
one thing, that stupid overpriced N64 Switch controller is on my list. The banana controller.
Uh,
I thought about it. Same
Yeah,
with the Genesis one.
yeah. No, you have to get the Japanese or the other.
Oh, that's right. 'cause
Yes.
It's the six
Six
button
buttons.
one in Japan, right?
Yep. For
Yeah.
some reason, they gave us the 2-button controller, which
Yeah. Weird
suboptimal.
Nintendo decisions. And the Japanese version of the N64 controller has expansion slot or something, or like the
It does.
Japanese versions of the games have different some, I forget what it is, but it has something to do with the controller where like in Japan they get a slightly better version than we do in
Oh,
the
okay.
States. And
I'm gonna have to message my
yeah.
friend about that. He's my Japanese correspondent on all this.
mhm.
He gets all his he's the guy I go to when I need an obscure amiibo. He's like, yes, you know,
Love it.
I'm getting
Yeah.
them imported
Yeah.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's shocking to me that like people are having bugs. Have you seen like there's so many bugs that are happening right now, like
Yeah.
especially with the multiplayer, and it's just like, Nintendo, your version of like emulating these games needs to be the best version. Otherwise, everybody else is just gonna keep like
Yes,
doing it illegally.
the
Yeah,
open source
exactly.
emulators are much better than Nintendo's
Oh,
own
yeah.
stuff,
They
apparently.
upgrade
Yeah,
Right.
why go through the trouble of hunting everybody down and slapping them with copyright, you know,
Yeah.
and suing them to the ground if you're not gonna just take their stuff
Yeah.
and use it for your benefit?
That's
Yeah.
a
Like,
good
why do
point.
that?
Yeah.
At least like make yours like at least
Steal it right.
like good, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, steal
Like-
it, and then slap your brand on it, and then say, "Well, this was inspired by so and so's
g-
emulator or netcode or whatever."
Go
Exactly.
hire those people. Do the one thing that Sonic the Hedgehog did right in the past 2
Yeah.
decades. Hire those people, and just
Yeah,
like
why not?
yeah,
They did, and they got the best Sonic game in years.
exactly.
For
Yep.
sure.
And
And it's
yeah.
like, emulators on their own aren't technically illegal too. Like,
They're
so I
not.
guess maybe like
it's
the fact that someone programs it like means that it's still their programming and their coding.
I-
But yeah, when it comes to
I think there's
you
like
know,
a
putting it up.
BIOS chip file or something. There's like a BIOS file that.
As long as you don't have the original source code, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
have to completely borrow from the ground up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so I think we've come to a consensus on this. So I guess
Not
it'd
great.
Yeah.
be a good time
Just,
to.
just,
Yeah.
just how like I just want to like
What?
really quickly just mention one major glitch that I just don't understand.
Sure.
With Ocarina of Time, where the I've seen like where you go into like there's this area where you go where there's a bunch of fog, and
Yeah.
then I guess in the new NES online experience, the fog is just gone.
Well, because
So
that was
all
a
you see is
render
like plain
distance
Oh,
thing,
issue.
which is
yeah.
weird.
I think that was a render distance issue. If you ever take a
Yeah,
look
it was
at,
a technical thing.
yeah, if you take
Okay, never mind.
a lot of those games are like hacks. So, if you ever take a look at South Park, it's made on the Turok engine, and the draw distance is like 10 feet in front of you, and so it
That's fun.
has that like issue, and so if you emulate it, I feel like it would be, fixed, but then it won't feel like
Yep.
South Park for the N64. I've got to boot that
Yeah,
up.
you gotta
sometime.
have that. You have to have that fog in the game. Like, you
Yeah.
have to, like it should be a 1-for-1 experience, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
It should. But we knew this was gonna be hard, and I was impressed with like the SNES Classic, how because it was impossible to emulate Star Fox with the mode 7
right.
stuff. It was just impossible to emulate Star Fox, and let alone the leak of Star Fox 2. So they did well with that. So here I was hoping, but alas, there's more news in the pipeline. But first, I would like to ask: is there anything that has gone on in the past month and like a half? I haven't been able to do this podcast in like a month because of technical issues. Has there anything that's come up that's kind of taken you by storm? For me, it's Sora and Smash Brothers, but
Oh yes, baby. Yes. Sora and Smash, baby.
even-
Haha.
even though
I
I'm
was-
not even a Kingdom Hearts fan, I am trying to get Sora into Elite, and he's just so much fun. But I want to go.
much fun, bro.
So much fun, KK. I want to go around. Maybe Joho, guy. I think that's been tickling your fancy the past month and a half. Has it been Magic's Midnight Hunt, or their announcement of
Crimson
Fortnite?
Vow.
Crimson
Stranger
Vow.
Things.
Well, Midnight Hunt, and now it's gonna be Crimson Vow. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But they also came out with the Secret Lair, which they're using the characters from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
They have all those cards.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's gonna be fun. But really, Sora was the biggest thing. I put a lot of hours into him, and you've already seen me bouncing around in a couple of lobbies.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like he's the new main for me because normally I main Inkling.
Oh yeah, which was when I first started, I was like, I want to main Inkling. He just seems like I also don't play much of that, but he's such a fun character.
Crazy part about Sora and Inkling, as far as like similarities or mechanics,
Yeah.
is that they both are really lethal off ledge because they can recover from so far.
That's interesting.
But yeah, they have options. Sora more so than Inkling because
sure.
all he has is a B.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, he also has the projectile, and he has a little bit better kill options than Sora does.
Yeah.
Sora, I've been finding lately that, especially against heavier characters, Sora has limited kill options.
Oh yeah.
But he's a real threat off the ledge.
And,
So,
but like it's funny because that's the exact same thing with me. I play Piranha Plant, and I will just stay off stage. I had to get out of that habit, but for a while I was like, hey, have at me, bro. I'm just gonna play from disadvantage, and you're not gonna have a good time.
Sora does have a better neutral game than Piranha Plant.
Oh, for
though.
sure.
I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
that nair, that fast falling nair into the forward
Oh, I can't
forward
even
tilt
do that
amazing.
stuff. That stuff's insane.
Technical plays are like where I'm starting to get with him.
Oh, I've
and
got
it's
to
very
practice
niche and
that.
it's
I've
very
got to practice
awesome.
that. Bird, have you indulged at this time?
I haven't. I'm trying to think. I think the last time I played Smash was with Piranha Plant's release. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's when the
You've
game
had a
ended
whole
for
2
me.
expansions to catch up on, my guy.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Sephiroth and Minecraft,
I was
Steve.
loving the speculation around it. though.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
trying to like. I remember like every stream it would come up and we'd be like, who could it be? I was kind of thinking it might be Master Chief or
Yeah.
something like that.
We got
and
him
then,
as a skin.
yeah, and which is like super
Oh
cool.
no,
super
sorry, we
cool.
didn't get Master Chief as
No,
a
we
skin.
got Doom. We
We
got
got
Doom
Doom
guy
Guy.
as a
He
skin.
We got Doom
basically
Guy as a
kinda
skin.
is.
Potato. They look
Fair enough.
almost the same. You can call him
I
Master
knew
Chief if you
exactly what
want.
you were
And I
talking
wouldn't
about.
doubt you.
Yeah, like
I was
honestly,
kind of,
they look so
yeah.
similar.
I
So,
was kind of thinking that they were gonna do like Master Chief
yeah.
and like
That,
bring like I thought it was gonna be I was conspiracy theory like thinking like maybe Game Pass or XCloud was gonna get a release date on Switch or something
yes.
because I feel like that's coming eventually.
No,
I don't know when, but-
apparently the latest thing in the pipeline is that like Nintendo is against it. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
but why?
it's the because they want Nintendo Switch Online to be the plan that people use, and you know, that's going so well for them.
They could double
well.
dip though.
They could double
They
dip.
could totally do like be like pay
I'd
$5
double dip.
more a month and then you can stream Xbox on your
Yeah,
Switch, and
I
then
would-
everybody
Oh, I'd
wins
double dip.
then.
I'd double dip so quick.
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
already
that'd
do.
be worth the $50 a year.
So
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
let's talk about. Actually, let's go into a little bit more about online services with the major platforms
Sure.
because, quite frankly, I'm a huge fan of the Xbox Game Pass, and I've
It's
been
so
a huge
good.
fan of the
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass since it first
100%.
came out. And it offers way more than Nintendo's offering, and it offers
Oh,
way more
yeah.
than the PlayStation Network is offering right now.
And
Can't
Games
argue that.
too.
PlayStation's been giving a
And-
lot. It offers.
They have.
It definitely blows Nintendo out of the water. With
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation,
PlayStation's
You have, like,
definitely in
t-
second.
I mean, Nintendo is just bottom tier
Bottom
right now with
tier.
their online services in general.
C tier or B tier might be like PlayStation's offerings. I mean, I haven't done PlayStation Now, but I have PlayStation's online pass because every month they'll give you a certain games every month and like the
Yeah.
games they
Yeah.
give you are not bad. They'll give you decent games and
Oh yeah.
with Game Pass like they're not their selection is rotating and they're not always perfect and
But they give you brand new releases. They give you access at brand new releases, and that's the
And
thing.
not-
Like,
Xbox
They've
game,
done
like,
that
mini
sometimes.
first-party game.
they've done it sometimes with PlayStation. So that's what I'm saying. Like with Bug Snacks, which is not like top tier, obviously, but like they do give you these things either soon
That's who you're
or
talking to.
what? What was that one?
I was just like, take that back. I love Bug Snacks.
Yeah, yeah, and if you have a PlayStation, PlayStation 50, PlayStation 99, they'll give you all the top releases for the PlayStation 4. They'll give you God of War. They'll give you Spider-Man. I think they'll give you like all these top tier releases. But when it comes to when it comes to everything else, yeah, I mean, Game Pass just blows them out of the water. It's just there's no
100%.
well, not only that, because it's Microsoft, you can use your Game Pass on your PC.
yeah.
So
You can use that on your phone.
games. Yeah, you can use it on your phone. Like, it's amazing. And PlayStation Network, to a degree, offers that same kind of package a little bit,
Yeah,
but Nintendo is just not anywhere close to that. They're light years
Yeah.
away.
yeah.
I will
Yeah.
I will say, while the Game Pass is amazing in terms of getting it more invested in like buying like because like the online services, right, are supposed to be like, when you play it on the console or something like that, and another incentive to buy it for that console. However, because like you said, it's available on PC, not really in the mood. Like, in terms of online services, great, but it's not really doing its job in terms of getting me invested in actually getting an Xbox for it,
Well, it doesn't
type of thing.
want you to because right now they're like, oh, you have an Xbox One, you can play your Game Pass through the cloud on an Xbox Series X hardware through them. They have something weird like that. They just want you in their
Oh yeah, you're
ecosystem.
right. Like, they give you the most updated version of that game
Yeah,
on whatever current software you're playing it on.
If you choose, like, the cloud
it's,
option or
that
whatever.
runs it.
like
It's really cool.
the coolest thing is that I was like, no, I can't use it. I have a Mac. I had a separate partition to have a PC on my Mac so I could play my Game Pass. I just go into the browser now. It's in the browser. I can play on my phone. Like, it's insane. and their online capabilities from a phone are better than Nintendo's. But we're not just throwing shade at Nintendo for everything. I mean, they did just give us Metroid Dread, which we can go into if we
And
want.
Super Mario Party All Stars.
And Super Mario Party All Stars, which I
that's
haven't bought yet, but I guess I
need
should.
so-
I'm buying
It
it if
looks so
people are
good.
playing it. I'm buying it if
It looks so good.
I'm only buying it to play with streamers. Like that's really the reason I'm
It
buying
looks
it.
so good.
Also,
It looks so good.
also because I have two hands right now, and I need to incapacitate one of them.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the blister.
You
in
gotta
your
get the
palm.
blister. If you've never
Okay.
played
Okay, that's one mini game.
in both games, in one
One.
and two, it was like 1 or 2 games in 1 and 2. And I think
Yeah.
my friend actually got the gloves. Apparently, a tiny fraction of the people who
Oh,
bought the
that's
game
right,
got
they
the
have
gloves.
gloves.
the
For those of
gloves.
you who do not know this, basically, Mario Party had a mini game where you had to spin rotate the joystick counterclockwise as quickly as possible, and the quickest way to do that was to like put your hand on and just shake it, and you would end up with a blister. I had the blister, and there was like a class action lawsuit or something, and Nintendo had to.
It was.
Yeah, Nintendo had to offer, if you sent in proof of purchase or something, they offered gloves for you to use when playing that game. But they brought back
Amazing.
the stupid game which they had the class action lawsuit with. I don't understand any of this.
Well, and Mario
Weird
Party
Nintendo.
1, it wasn't just the one game. There were a bunch of mini games
There's like
just
2 or 3,
like
I
that
thought.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I don't know why. I really don't. Honestly, I find it hilarious that they have it there.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like, if that game shows up a lot, poor Joy-Cons. That's all I'm saying. If you thought
yeah.
Joy-Con drift was bad before, my God, this
Ugh.
mini game's gonna drive you up the wall if you go
No,
crazy
I'm
like
getting
that.
the real
If that mini game,
experience.
I think because it's the one mini game, I think everybody will look at it and they'll just be like, all right, who's gonna win this one? Skip it and then keep going.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
exactly.
I'm not losing a
I'm like,
Joy-Con over that.
I'm not losing my hand over this. I'm gonna buy that N64, that $50 N64 controller, and ruin my hand the proper way.
But then again, I don't know how it feels. It could be different. I don't know.
It-
I've never played that video game, so
Oh yeah, I mean, I really hope they changed it. But that
I
does look
doubt it.
good.
Skyward Sword, they can fix the mini games, I guess. Maybe it could be a button push instead of.
Oh my god, yeah, I really hope
But
it is.
no, like it's exactly the same. Like the instructions on it is the exact same
Oh,
way how you did
no.
it before.
no.
Rotate the controller stick until you do it. So what I'm saying is maybe they make it, maybe they like I don't know, on the technical side they make it easier,
Yeah.
so that way you don't have
Oh,
to like
yeah.
jam it like you did before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I just think it's hilarious that they add it. However, if I see that mini game pop up, congratulations, team of 3, you won, because I ain't losing my palm over that.
Oh yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth a $70
Heck no.
whatever
Exactly.
$80 controller.
Oh my god.
No, yeah.
So
weird.
Not at all.
apparently,
Nintendo.
So I'm looking down the game news, seeing if there's anything new. But one thing I did want to see is people's thoughts on a spoiler-free discussion, because I'm not so far in on Metroid Dread. At least that's something Halloween, and then we can go into spookiest.
Ah,
And while we're doing this, let's think about like spookiest moments in gaming, like that you've
Okay.
had, and we'll go around and
So-
do that.
Real talk, aside from the cutscenes, I feel like Metroid Dread could have been given to us 2 to 3 years earlier. Because the makeup of the game, both mechanically and visually, is very simple. It's a 2D
It's a-
platformer with some elements of 3D in it.
I haven't
right.
finished it, right? So I can't say for sure, right? But
I feel like it's a game that could have gotten to us sooner.
yeah.
It was a
Um,
3DS
well,
game
it's-
originally, right? Or something
No,
like
no,
a
no, no, no,
3DS
no,
game
no.
originally.
That's Samus Returns.
Huh?
Metroid Dread has been in the works and talked about since back when Metroid Prime.
Prime
Yep.
3, I think, is
Yeah,
when
it has
they
been-
mentioned it.
It has been like a
Yeah.
thing since back
It
in the day.
was.
How far along
There's
it
a
was,
running
no idea.
gag in the Metroid community that Metroid Dread is the game that just kept on failing. So like they'd be like Metroid Dread coming up soon. Oh, we lied. Wait a minute, next year.
It-
Metro Dread coming up soon. Oh, we lied.
It's
Yeah.
it's the equivalent of, and maybe this is boomer talk here, but it's the equivalent of StarCraft Ghost. You knew it was in the works.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
knew it was
Good one.
interesting,
Deep cut.
but
Deep cut.
it was not gonna happen. And so that's why we all went nuts when we saw it was there. So far from what I've seen, my theory is because it has like a unique mechanic with you running from robots. That was very interesting to me. Having to scale to move around the areas quickly as opposed to just exploring. That was interesting to me, but that's not that technically like.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that all those things
Yeah.
that are highlighted in Dread have already been done
That I've seen
by
so
other
far,
games.
right? But here's the thing. I think they wanted to make it a portable game, and they couldn't have after Metroid Prime Hunters failed. I think they took a look at themselves in the mirror and they were like, "We can't pull this off the way we want to pull off a Metroid game on a mobile." And then they like took a risk with Samus Returns, and we're like, you guys try this, and that it was good. Because I think they wanted to do something that was larger scale. Now I'm only up to like the second or third boss in Metroid Dread, but I feel I kind of agree with Joho. It could have been done a couple years earlier, but I feel like they just took the safe path with this, and it came out good. Yeah, whatever. I'm only a couple hours.
Well, you
in.
can tell because it's a cleaned up game. It's definitely a cleaner game
Yeah.
than what the studios have come out with before. So yeah, like I agree there that they took their time with it, but I feel like had they struck when the iron was hot, it would have been a lot better. What are you showing us? Where you at?
That's the box you get
That's the
if you get
box.
the special
Okay.
edition.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
the special edition.
That's sold out day one. It was great.
My bank account hates
Wow.
me.
Of course.
Someone returned it. I got it today at GameStop.
Ooh.
No way.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. Mind you, it is a $90 piece of cardboard, but anywho.
I've got plenty of those in my collection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, to be honest with y'all. I have
No,
I've
me
been
either, dude.
inundated on because I got a PS5 a couple months ago, and I've just been like,
Hello?
we're
What's it like to
talking
live on Cloud 9? Hold up, are we
Right?
going to talk about this man's privilege right here? It's a PS5?
It
It exists.
It's been great. I miss the PS4, so we were talking about those online services, right?
Yeah.
And PS Now is great if you miss PlayStation 4 because all the games are on it. So
All the
you
games.
Yeah.
play Horizon, you play God of War.
It's pretty
like
sick.
Everything.
Exactly.
I've been playing the medieval remake. and
Oh,
it's
Medieval, yeah.
It's great.
Ooh.
Great Halloween game.
Yeah.
Spoop!
So I want to get a
Um,
PlayStation just purely because I'm a Gundam fan, and Sony
Mhm.
seems to have exclusive rights for the Gundam series.
Okay.
And I'm still kicking myself for not picking up at least a PlayStation 4.
Well, there's also a Gundam. This is just obscure gaming stuff. There's a Gundam Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is.
And-
Yeah, I know about it.
There
yeah,
is?
they have
That was like on
they have
PS3.
five. They have 5 in the series.
5 in the series.
It
Okay.
started in
Oh, there's
yeah.
Now you know more.
It
than
started
me.
in PlayStation 2, and then there was 3 in PlayStation 3, and then there was 1 in PlayStation 4.
I thought it was an Xbox game. Yeah. Well.
Anime games and Dynasty
Xbox.
Warrior Combat every single time. I swear.
There's
I
also- there's
mean,
another one
I'm
too.
not mad. They
Yeah.
did a
I'm not mad either. I just noticed the connection. One Piece does it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
they did
man.
who did it? Nintendo recently jumped on the bandwagon with
Warriors.
the Zelda game.
Yeah.
And that one
Hyrule-
was supposed to be pretty good.
Hyrule Warriors
It is
was
good.
It is
so good.
It is 100%.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule
Age of
Warriors,
Calamity,
yeah.
I have to play
The-
finally. I have to get that. I've just been waiting for
The
these things to go on
sequel looked
sale, which
real
is not gonna
cool.
happen. Yeah.
The sequel's really cool because it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild.
That's right. that's
Yeah,
right.
How they do it is a little interesting,
Yeah.
but overall, it's pretty cool.
it's pretty weird.
Well, I mean, it's established in Breath of the Wild. I don't know if anybody's played it or not,
Yeah,
but
I have.
it's established in Breath of the Wild that Link was put to sleep
Yes.
for 100 years, and this is going to give the reason why he was put to sleep for 100 years.
Yep.
Oh.
And like you're like told in like the main game like little bits and pieces about it, like alluding to it. But
Yeah.
this is like like you're there.
Yeah.
So like you're like wow.
And they
But
they got more creative with it than just it's a Dynasty Warriors game with Zelda characters. Which, by the way, I was sold because I could play as Skull Kid, Majora's Mask. Like that's all I needed. I was kind of disappointed when I was like, I have to play as the champions from Breath of the Wild. Okay.
But yeah, there's 13 in the main title series of Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
And then they've had a bunch of different crossovers. Like there's Onimusha Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, there's a couple, right? There's a couple Dynasty
Yeah.
Warriors. Transformers, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe
I don't know.
I think there's one.
Okay.
I think.
We'll just say
Maybe.
there's one.
Yeah.
So
All right, my kids don't know when to go to sleep.
me neither.
And then there's that like Persona 5 Strikers,
Yes,
which is
yes.
not the same company, I don't think. But
No,
it's
I
the
think it
same
might
kind of
be.
game.
I
think it
I
is.
just
Oh, is
don't
it?
like. I just don't like that we have Persona 5 Strikers
Why
on
not?
the Nintendo Switch. But
Yeah.
we don't have Persona 5.
Yeah, I
The
was like,
weird Nintendo decisions.
I think it's a Dynasty Warriors game, and I'm so excited to play it, but apparently I can't play it because I have to get through an 80-hour game first.
Yeah, because it's a sequel.
Because it's a sequel, and there's spoilers.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Yep. Up the
for
wazoo.
Strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Strikers.
Which-
Strikers is
And
a
if you want to
sequel.
play the definitive version,
Royale?
you have to play 130 hours.
Oh my god.
So I feel like there's people who have played the Persona series and there's people who have played the Kingdom Hearts series,
Mhm.
and like they're two sides of the same coin. Granted, Kingdom Hearts gets a little bit more convoluted than Persona, but they're equally like
Oh,
obscure fandoms. Yeah, they're equally obscure fandoms that you have to really like understand the nuances of each game series. So I haven't played the Persona game series because I've mainly just stuck with Kingdom Hearts,
Well,
and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get into
I
that.
feel like if you
Kingdom
play,
Hearts.
I feel like if you play any of them, then you like that's it. That's the only game you can play. Like,
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that. You know, there's hardcore fans. Like, there's people that haven't even consumed the whole series because they're stuck on one game series, like you said.
yeah,
They're like
Yeah.
Persona 3, and they're diehard Persona 3 fans.
people who've watched have known that I've played Persona 4 because that was allegedly the top game on the Vita, and it's kind of good. I just after I have a 2-hour intro, I'm done.
Yeah.
If I have a 2-hour intro, including like movie cutscenes, like I get it. There's movie cutscenes, I get it, like all this stuff, but like, come on, man, Kirby's 10 minutes. A speedrun of like the first Kirby game is like 10 to 20 minutes.
True, but Kirby's not a RPG.
Well,
That's true.
a Kirby RPG
Kirby-
would be like
Kirby's
an hour, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I fell off Persona 4 because it takes like 2 hours to get your first real fight
Yeah.
in the game. And then, but I've been playing, or I was playing Persona 5, and I like that one a lot more. I feel like the pacing's a little bit.
Which is really
more up
funny
to
because
my
people were just
kind of
like, Persona 4 is the best game on the Vita, and then
Yeah.
Persona 5 just blows it out of the water. So I'm very excited once I'm able to play it. So whenever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing
But,
instead of that. My time's been consumed with Yakuza Like a Dragon,
Okay.
which is like similar, kind of a lengthier RPG. You know, very
Story
Japanese
based,
and
very
yeah, which I love that
community-based,
game.
yeah.
I started over on the PlayStation and whatnot, and now I'm like 30 hours in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
So just because I'm trying to be mindful of time, and maybe we'll get you guys out
Mhm.
before 10 p.m. EST, I want to go around and see. And also, if we missed something from this month, let us know. But what is your spookiest moment in gaming? And like
Easy.
easy? Ooh,
Mhm.
tell me.
I already know.
Yeah, you
I
got
already
it.
know. Okay. So, those of you who know me know that I am not a huge fan of the horror like genre. I don't like horror movies because I think they're dumb.
Yeah.
But I don't like horror games because those actually scare me.
Yeah.
I like just things from like even Resident Evil, which isn't really a horror game. I don't play it that often because it does scare me.
Sure.
But so one time I was in college and my friend had her I don't know, her Xbox or something, and they were like, "You should play Outlast 2." And I was just like, "No." And then peer pressure came in and I was like, "All right, fine." And so I boot up the disc, and I just remember it so much because of the fact that, I know nothing about it, and the fact that, you need light, but then there's batteries, you got to keep count with like the light and whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and my friends, they're so mean. They turned off all the lights, they put the shaders down, and everything was dark. So every time it went dark, it went real dark.
Oh no.
Um,
Mhm.
but I think the scariest moment was when you first find like I don't know what they're called, the first monster things from Outlast 2. When you first encounter them and like you have to
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, he's possessed.
Cliffhanger.
hide from them in
I
a
hate
locker.
cliffhangers.
They're this
Oh,
this like
and they're back, kind of. Are you there?
Oh,
sorry, did I cut off a lot?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
yeah,
great.
froze on us.
Okay, sorry. Basically, in Outlast 2, the first time you fight whatever the
Yeah.
things are, the monsters, whatever, it's like the tutorial to like hide in the locker or like to hide in general.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know how to do that. So I was like scrambling away, and then I hadn't seen this thing. I've only seen it on the camera, and then the thing just like appeared right in front of me, and I swear I dropped my controller, and then I died. It was
Yeah.
great. I beat the game, but it was probably one of the scariest experiences I've ever had, and I don't think I haven't played a single like other game like that since. It was fun, but nope, not me. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to wrinkle my brain to figure out, like, what was my scariest moments, and, like, I think just having appreciation for horror games, because I didn't play many horror games growing up. I tried Five Nights at Freddy's more recently, and I was like, okay, look, it's got jump scares. It'll yell in my face, and I'll get a little scared. But, like, I like the history of horror games and stuff, like, looking at SNES Clock Tower. Like, it's a little menacing
yeah,
for being an SNES game. That was pretty cool. Um, you know, what else was there? I don't know. Maybe some stuff with computer games. Like early computer games were kind of
Yeah.
weird and
Mhm.
trippy.
Yeah,
Um,
Phantasmagoria and stuff like that. Those
Well,
really cheesy horror games.
those are
The
newer,
eel
right?
from Super Mario 64.
Like I'm talking like Quake, where it's like really moody and darky and dark and
Mhm.
like dark and stuff like maybe things within Diablo 1, right? Where you go in and you meet the butcher. Like maybe that was like the biggest horror thing for me, but I don't know. I didn't really play many of those horror games. They just didn't appeal to me, I guess. eh. Yeah. What about
See,
you?
I'm like the opposite. I'm a big fan of horror games and whatnot
Yeah.
and horror movies, but like they have to have like the right atmosphere. Like I'm a big fan of like the Thinking Man's horror movies and stuff like that.
Like
and,
Scream, because that's my horror movie. Like
Scream is a fun movie.
Scream-
Scream's a great movie.
Scream's a great
It's a
movie.
fun-
Yeah,
It's a fun movie.
but it's
I'm
all-
talking more like like Hereditary and those kind of
Oh.
like movies and stuff like that, where it is like
Oh,
it
jeez.
just makes you feel awful.
The
Oh,
slow
no.
the slow burners.
Oh,
the
yeah,
real slow. They let you simmer.
Mhm.
Scream.
Like there's
no.
a great Korean movie called The Wailing, and it's like 2.5 hours
Oh.
long, and it's terrifying, but it's so slow. So
Yeah.
slow.
I mean,
But yeah,
I'm a Cabin in the Woods and Scream guy because
Cabin in the Woods
the
is-
meta horror
the
movies.
Cabin in
the woods.
Huh?
He likes the meta commentary on genres. Anything that has meta commentary
It's-
is like solid because
Yeah.
it's acknowledging faults.
Well, because in
Yeah.
Scream, they note it. It's like if you want to stay alive, 1, you don't do this. 2, whatever. 3, you don't say "I'll be right back," and everyone laughs at him and says, "I'll be right back." And it's like, what's going to happen? And it's is it Wes Craven? I'm trying to remember, but they constantly poke fun at the old horror movies. There's trivia in the movie of other horror movies. Anywho, I'm just a huge fan of that
Yeah.
stuff. And Left 4 Dead is in Cabin in the Woods in one scene, but that's not.
Oh really?
Yeah. In the scene
Oh,
where they're showing
nice.
all the horror stuff. Yeah.
There's one more
Nice.
movie like that I watched this year called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, and it's like a documentary of a new serial killer. It's
Oh,
it's pretty
man.
fun. So check that one out if you like those kind of movies.
Check that one
But,
out. That's an official
It's a little dated because it's like early like mid 2000s, but it's a little. It was pretty. It was a fun little movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, I like the weird stuff. Like, I just got done playing Control,
I need to play
which
that.
is it's a phenomenal game. I loved it. And it's not like it's not a horror game.
It's like probably like
Kind of is.
thriller.
It's a scary game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Twin Peaks meets Men in Black meets
my God.
Office Space, and it has some really genuinely creepy moments where you get like goosebumps and stuff. And I loved that game. One of the first games that we ever streamed on BirdCultured was a PC game called I Am Scared. I
Oh,
don't know
boy.
if any of you have heard of that.
No, I don't know.
And
Yes.
it's like this like janky looking like I think it was like in Video Game Builder, or like some kind of really simple software. Someone built it, and it's this really cool. Well, the first half of it I would say is really scary because like the game will crash and then create a folder on like in your computer that you have to go to read like hint like something to get to the next part of the game. So
Yeah,
it feels
that
like
stuff's
something's
fun.
in the room
Mhm.
with you. And it's like really, really cool, and in that regard, in that like it really is immersive and bringing you in.
Yeah, I love
it's-
those games.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones, and like being like alone in like a room like this, like sometimes like maybe the air kicks on and like gets you in the back of the neck,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're like, oh geez, what's
Yeah.
happening? But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one, and then Resident Evil 7 I thought was a pretty scary game, and I had a lot of fun with that one. I haven't played 8 yet, but yeah, 7 was
It looked good. It looked good. Yeah. What about you, Joho? Spookiest moments.
Well, it was 2001. I'm sitting at a friend's house. We just got done playing about maybe 3 or 4 hours of Super Smash Brothers Melee,
Hmm.
and we pop on a game, and he has full surround sound in his living room. And like I said, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's real dark. We decided to play this game called Eternal Darkness.
I knew it.
And
I
we're
called
going
it.
along.
That
We're
game.
going along, and so we're playing, and of course it's not 2 players. So I'm watching him. We take turns. So we go along, and we're like, all right, well, this is pretty cool. We get to the second part of the first part of the game, which is the temple. And our sanity meter starts to run low,
Uh-oh.
and we start to hear voices because it's surround sound. So like we'll hear the whispering madness voices all around us in the surround sound, like coming from, and like at that time we had never experienced anything like that. Well, so then we get into this fight and we get swarmed by a bunch of zombies, and we're trying to kill him, and then all of a sudden we get this blue screen that says that your GameCube has been overheated or something like that, and we start
Mhm.
flipping out. And the message goes for a good like almost a full minute, and we're flipping out. It's like, please unplug your controller and then plug it back in, and we're like, man, this is really weird. I've never had this happen before. And then it snaps back to the game, and you're just fine. You're in a hallway, and your character starts shaking his head, screaming, saying, "This can't be happening." That was legitimately the first time I've ever been scared by a game.
Eternal Darkness is infamous.
That game took so like it knew the hardware was on. It took like full advantage of everything from the TV to the GameCube
Yes.
itself. It just knew exactly what to do. and I
It
don't
would
think
ask
ever-
you, yeah, it would ask you like what hardware you're playing on first, and then you'd be like, all right, well, cool, and then it would just give you all these error messages whenever your sanity meter drops so low. And then the second one that I have was whenever I was playing Dead Space, and this is more recently. Dead Space is a great series. I was playing Dead Space, and I had just switched over to the new mic and headset, and so I had full surround in my ears. And there's a part where I wasn't even expecting it, but I get done with a save point, and I round the corner, and then boom, they hit you with a random enemy, and it legitimately scared me because this is at the time that I was working late nights at my job, and like nobody else was in the house, or that I was awake, and so it just made me physically jump on stream. And I didn't scream, but I jumped and my heart sank. You know that feeling you get. So those are the two times that those are like the spookiest
Yeah.
moments, I guess you could say.
Dead Space is a great scary game.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you
Couldn't
have
finish
especially whenever you have headphones on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't finish it. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't finish it, huh?
They're
Too
remaking
scared.
it, so you'll have another chance, right? So
Oh
Well,
yeah, that's
the-
right.
Are you picking it back up?
No, it's getting a re-release. It's getting remade.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's getting a
Yup.
remaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure. I'll love watching you guys play
This
it.
is a
Yeah.
complete ground up remake too. No, I have it on the Switch. I bought all 3 versions of it on the Switch, and I
Mhm.
still have yet to play through it on stream because that was one of the things that I was gonna do late night streams. But I've heard from what I've seen and heard, 2 and 3 aren't as scary as the first one because the survival elements are less and less the further you get along on the series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it was
turned
that
into
first
action
one.
games.
It was that first one, man. That one got me good.
That one has one of the best opening sequences I've ever seen in a game. Dead Space 1, just like it's so cool, like how that starts out.
I'll have to see it.
It
I've
do hit
never.
different.
It's.
I think I got it for like the Android when Android was like I think they did it.
Really?
I swear like 7 years ago on Android when Android was not powerful.
The best version of the game. Yeah.
Best version. I remember those games holding up. Like Minecraft worked well, but Minecraft is just
Yeah.
cubes. So.
It's Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know what's
Speaking
another
of,
game
I've
that's
recently gotten into Microsoft Dungeons, and I gotta tell you, that's a
Oh.
lot of fun.
Minecraft
That game
Dungeons?
is
I've
so
heard
much
that's
fun.
good.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Yes, Minecraft. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's Diablo.
it's like Diablo.
It's Diablo Light. It's fun on like Game Pass or whatever, but it's super
Yeah.
bland. Like it's super.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean it's fine enough. Like I'll play it.
For
but
people who haven't played Minecraft, it's so good as an entry into the genre.
yeah.
And also Diablo if you haven't tried it, because I haven't tried Diablo at all.
Oh, Diablo 2
Yeah.
is
I haven't either.
amazing. And that was another thing that came out, and people, this came out during.
Oh, you're talking about the Diablo 2?
Yeah, Diablo 2 Immortal or whatever. No, Diablo 2 Resurrected or whatever. And
Yep.
it didn't do as well as people wanted, and people were upset about different things. And it was like all the things that people wanted from the game, and I'm like, don't be upset about that. That's what we wanted. That's all that we wanted. All we wanted was Diablo 2 again,
Yeah. They had a bit of a
Sometimes-
stint of like releasing games that people were upset about. Like they did like a WoW Classic or whatever it was called, and people were upset about that too.
Yeah.
Well, that's Activision Blizzard for you. I mean, they've been failing all over the place.
They're really good.
Yeah,
at what
we
they
don't-
do.
We don't like we don't like Blizzard around here.
Yeah.
No, my home either. We don't actually do anything with Blizzard Activision.
Yeah. I
Nope,
stopped
they-
playing Overwatch a little bit
Ugh,
ago,
Activision,
so-
why Activision?
You had it's like from Star Wars. It's
Yeah.
like you were the chosen
You were the
one.
chosen one.
Really, I mean, Activision had such high hopes, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're partnering with Blizzard. Wait, we got bought out by Blizzard. Oh, okay, all right, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
just
We got Tony Hawk. I don't
that's
know.
true. And we got a new Crash Bandicoot that was a lot better than it should have been.
Yeah, the new
Yeah,
Crash
I
Bandicoot,
really
allegedly.
like that game. That's a really fun game.
The fourth
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Yeah. And the Insane trilogy was really good as well.
I'm waiting for
But-
that to
That
go
was-
back on sale. It was on sale, and then I didn't pick it up. I was like, it's gonna go lower. It's only gone
Rip rip Toys for Bob because they're no longer
up.
gonna
Aw.
do stuff like that.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
they got brought onto like
Call of
Call of
Duty,
Duty Studio.
the best video game franchise.
Oh
I
my
hate.
god.
I don't like
That's
yeah.
where streamers and games go to die right there.
Yeah.
that.
Hey, if I stream Call of Duty, I can also make as much money as Tim the Tat Man. So it's,
Oh, 100%, 100%.
well, he's Counter
Day one,
Strike.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
100%. You get all my money if you stream it.
I've been looking into this game Fortnite. Have you guys heard of it?
But what's Fortnite?
For I
So
only play 3 night.
yeah.
I think Two Night was a good. I think it should get remade actually.
Yeah, if they don't name the sequel to Fortnite 5 Night, I'm gonna
Oh my
rage.
God.
Oh yeah.
Fortnite's
Listen, I
at
just want-
Freddy's. There you go.
That's so.
I'm just waiting for Naruto Uzumaki to come to Fortnite, and then I'll go back. That's it.
He's
Ooh.
coming.
Oh
I
my
think he's coming. I think that was one of the leaks.
There's that rumor, and if it does happen, I'll just laugh. I'll laugh my butt off
Like, yeah,
after that because they're just.
I make fun of Fortnite a lot, and I actually do play it a little bit, but I play as
Mhm.
Master Chief, and it's just go into Smash Master Chief. Come on, like what? You're in
Get in.
Fortnite. You don't
listen.
have morals. Come on.
Listen, Sora getting into Smash was the best way it could have ended. Best way.
I
Love
guess.
Sora.
I guess. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Why
so
Sora? Why is
the
Sora so loved? I
let's
don't know.
break down the numbers real quick. It was the second most asked for character in the European poll,
Okay.
and it was the fourth most asked for character in the American poll.
Really?
It didn't happen. It didn't happen until Sakurai was in the elevator with
I thought it was number one in
Disney's
all
one
of
of
it.
Disney's exec. Huh?
No
I thought
way.
I thought it was number one.
It was.
In Europe? I think
in
yeah,
Europe-
you're right. You're right.
in
No,
You're right.
no, no.
Europe, it-
Bayonetta was number 1 in Europe.
Yeah.
No, that's
Bayonetta.
what it was. Bayonetta was number 1, so that's why it was number
And
2.
that's why.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so in America it was actually slightly lower because everybody was wanting who were the
What
top
about
two in what's that?
Oh, it was like keep going. It was just like who's Bayonetta
Anyway-
over here?
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, my point is that it didn't happen even after all those requests. It didn't happen until after Sakurai was in the elevator with a Disney exec.
Yeah.
Having a conversation. So I can imagine that Sakurai and Nintendo are just pushing letters to the Disney constantly, like, "Hey, can we make this happen? Can we make this happen?" Disney doesn't say anything
I-
until Sakurai meets with an exec.
I don't know because there was some early thing where like Disney wanted to do some crossover with Mario, and so I don't know.
We got Mario versus Sonic instead for the Olympics.
But I think there was specifically Sony wanting at one point. Sony really wanted to do a crossover with Mario. Disney wanted to do a crossover with Mario, and like, it's interesting to me because no matter what, it all worked out in the way that it kind of should have, because within the way that Smash Bros. Is made. You don't want any Disney characters. So if it was Disney's decision or Sakurai's decision, I feel like they just came to a generalized decision of we're just not going to have we're just not going to have Disney and Smash. Like that's it.
Disney representation other than the keychain.
Other than the
The most
keychain,
expensive
which is
keychain
featured.
you'll ever see in Smash Brothers.
Yep.
I wonder if it had something to do with like the talks when they got like the music. Well, I guess that would have been a little bit longer ago, but like they opened the amusement parks and what is
They
it,
did.
Disneyland or
Uh-huh.
in Japan, and so like the crossover started a while ago. So I wonder if that like gave Sakurai, like you're saying, more access to executives.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that made that meeting happen, and all that fun stuff.
It's also because Ultimate was also like already like kind of like in the stages of development near when Smash 4 was already kind of dying down. So they
Yeah.
probably wanted so like the way they phrased it was that like if they wanted they just didn't want to announce it too early or anything because they probably would get harassed. Like he said something about like not having like the companies constantly be like harassed by fans saying like when's it coming out or is this character coming blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So they were very vague upon it.
Yeah.
But having Sora was the best, most requested character, so he deserved his
He
spot.
definitely deserved his
I
spot.
wanted
happy.
Rayman.
Rayman would have
You
been
got it.
good.
He's in the game. Has a
He's
spirit.
yeah.
He's in the
I was
game.
about to say he's
Fine.
but Sora's been asked for as recently as Brawl. They've been asking
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sora as recently as Brawl.
The-
So
Yeah.
No,
or
it
I
makes
say
sense.
as
It
far
totally
back.
makes sense.
The question is, does Sans get into the next game? Do you
He's
think that
already
If they
in
have
this
a next game. If they have a
they have
next
to
game.
have a next game? It's just when.
I mean, putting your
Ah.
stock in a lot. I think Sakurai is going to give this a break,
Yeah.
a good long break,
Yeah.
before he ever thinks about anything nearing a clone. Nintendo might want to do something with it, but
Yeah.
there's a good chance that if they don't have Sakurai behind it, then it's going to fail.
Yeah. Kinda.
You know,
It's gonna be Bandai Namco
You know
teamed up with
what?
someone. Yeah.
you know what? We were talking a lot about Smash, but ever since Smash ended, we've been seeing a lot of Smash clones like start to come up in
Yeah,
development.
Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon All
All-Stars
Stars.
and
Yup.
Warner
Nickelodeon All
Brothers.
Stars. There's that recent, I think,
It was a
Warner Brothers announcement.
Yeah,
There was a
Warner
Warner
yeah, there's
Brothers
that
Brothers
recent
Brawl
that
game.
one.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
yeah.
It's
People are
wild. That
starting to
Warner Brothers
realize-
one is gonna be
PlayStation-
wild.
What was the PlayStation one from the PS3?
Oh,
era?
that's that.
Oh, it was
you're
PlayStation
allowed.
All-Stars.
All-Stars
Yeah,
Battle
PlayStation
Royale.
Yeah.
Which one?
So there was the one from the original
bad game.
PS1, and that was
That was
Air
bad.
Guides, and I loved
Oh
it.
yeah, I remember
That
game.
feature-
Bro, Air Guides was
Had-
tight.
Optimus
had,
Prime
Cloud in
versus
it, right?
Bomberman, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Or is that?
You
a
talking about
Japanese one?
the Battle Royale All Stars?
No, there's one on PlayStation, like PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, where it's Optimus Prime versus like Dracula from Castlevania versus
What?
Bomberman. There's one weird
Yes.
one. Maybe
Mhm.
maybe
Ah.
Castlevania wasn't involved. I don't know.
The one that I'm talking
Oh,
about,
Castlevania-
Air Guides specifically, was for they had all the Square Enix roster versus
Oh, weird.
some other PlayStation figureheads.
1 second. I'm gonna
At the
close
time.
door
I
really
remember
quickly.
renting that game because it had Cloud in it around the same time, like right
Yeah,
after.
it had
Final
all
Fantasy
the
VII
Square
and-
Enix properties in it.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
I remember
awesome.
that. It was definitely one of those weekend rentals for me.
But definitely for sure what you guys are saying about the emergence of clones, and honestly, I really did want to pay the $40 for Nickelodeon All Stars,
too,
but then
dude.
I looked at it and I was like, you know what? They're still patching. They're still coming out with characters. I'd much rather spend the $40 on a finished game than a developing game.
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
mind
because
it.
the
Yes.
Hmm.
Go on.
I was gonna say,
I
plus
just-
there's no like licensed music. There's no voice acting.
There's no voice
Yeah.
actors.
and
Yeah.
that's what I
it's
was gonna
like-
say. Yeah, that's my main thing. There's no voice acting, so gameplay is silent.
Yeah.
Which after a while you kind of get like just bored of just
Well, yeah,
hearing nothing.
As a party game, that's fine. But as a content creation, like your ability to have to sit there and like constantly create unique sounds just to make sure that the audience is entertained and engaged is like that's gonna run you ragged if you're playing that game for longer than an hour.
But
And,
like,
and
yeah.
it's a shame too, because the gameplay itself is actually really fun.
But it's also like, I don't know. I don't want to get it because it seems more melee, which maybe this is not
Yeah,
the biggest
it may-
deal. I'm just not into wave
It's
dashing.
literally they took the cues from Melee
Yeah.
and Project M,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "We'll just make a better game."
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big wave dashing guy. Like if that's a necessary component to my gameplay, or I'm not gonna be top tier. I'm not a
All
huge
I'm
fan.
saying is once you try it, you'll never go back.
Okay,
seriously.
Look, I'm down. I'm down. It's on my
Lot-
queue
it's-
somewhere.
It's a lot easier than It's a lot easier than Melee, that's for sure. Or at least how you do it. How you
Yeah,
execute
because-
it, like it's
Yeah, exactly.
it
fun,
seems-
main
it's-
mechanics.
Look,
You don't have to sit there and do a bunch of different input commands. There's just simple input commands
Yeah.
you can do.
also, like, I know that like a couple people have tried Smash and they all end up pretty janky. This one seems like they've got the system down perfectly, but they weren't able to really get the polish down, which is fine.
Yeah, they need to like add more stuff to it to make it more like worth the money. Because right now it's just
well,
like
the attack
okay.
animations are like a couple frames and stuff, and they don't quite smoothly as Smash. All the hit sounds in Smash are from their corresponding games. Like there's a lot of attention to detail in Smash that we really take for granted.
Oh yeah.
mhm.
If you hit something in Nickelodeon All Stars, if you hit them down, they just like slowly spin downwards, and it's like, what gravity is that? There's a bunch of stuff like
Slap
that.
City gravity.
It's Slap City gravity.
Yeah, it's the same creators that were behind Slap City and
Yeah.
Project M made this game.
Yeah,
Which-
which is great.
Yeah.
And they did a dang good job for it's probably a really small team. I'm
yeah,
like,
they
look,
just need a little bit more.
well, I'm just excited for their next game. I think their next game's gonna be really crazy, but that's gonna be way down the line. And their DLC and their patches are gonna be really good. And they've responded to the
Mhm.
community, so like they've
Yeah.
been listening, pretty closely. But I think that they might, they released a patch so quickly that I think Leonardo might not be banned in time for
Oh.
tournaments. Like he's patched, so.
Michelangelo, you meant?
That one, yeah.
No,
The party dude.
it was Leo. Leo took the first tournament, not Michelangelo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Michelangelo was banned.
There's one that was
Oh,
banned.
what?
Michelangelo was banned because he was bugged. I think he was bugged.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Michelangelo I'm talking about then. Because it
Oh,
was one
okay.
that had an infinite combo, which was like Michelangelo. And it was...
Michelangelo.
Yeah, but Leo is busted in that game though. Leo's still busted post patch.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Mm,
He's
Um,
top
but-
tier.
I just want talking about these crossover games.
Yeah,
I
man.
want another Marvel vs. Capcom game to come out.
free
Oh,
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
bro.
I mean, yeah, I just want I'll take a
Oh yeah,
remake of
re-release
Capcom
2 would
2.
be sweet.
I'll take a remake of
People are
Capcom 2.
hardcore.
What?
People are hardcore pressing for that re-release. There was a hashtag for a long time during this past month
Yeah.
where people
yeah.
were advocating for freeing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I think
Because
I-
the last Marvel vs. Capcom game was trash.
And then there's
Oh, was it?
we don't
I
talk
never
about that
checked
one.
it. Was that like 2017 or something?
it was
like that?
Infinite,
No.
and it was
Infinite.
also was Marvel vs. Capcom 3 good? I don't know. It seemed fine. when
It was
I
all
played
right.
good.
It wasn't two.
alright.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
two.
okay.
It like had
It was
wasn't
okay.
2, but it wasn't bad.
it had a cool roster.
Mhm.
But it will never take me for a ride.
No, that game
Mhm.
has to be so much more expensive to make now than it was like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
licensing for Marvel characters, good lord, like
Yeah, good lord.
that has to, that has to be so
Mahogany
expensive
Man.
now.
Love me some Mega Man.
But they would probably make a good bit of money, bringing on some Marvel fans who weren't normally fighting game fans. So who knows? Maybe they'll do it and it'll sell pretty well.
Yeah,
so.
that's the
But-
thing as well. Like I was like, before I realized that Mickey has no place in Smash, I'm just like, it's the dumbest move for Disney to not allow Sora in Smash Brothers. Like this is
Oh,
yeah.
like the single kind of Avengers of gaming, and you want to not be represented for some specific reason, some monetary reason. You want to be the king of everything, but gaming, you want to be Epic Mickey too. You know, like that's where we want to be. We want to be, draw. Was it My Drawing Coach? What's the draw game on 3DS? Anywho,
I draw. I know what you're talking about. I just forgot the name.
yeah, it's Disney's
but-
Magical Kingdom. We want to be, yeah.
They did a bunch of
Princess-
re-releases though, like the 2D era games, like
Yeah, they did.
Lion
Magic
King,
Castle, and then
Aladdin.
DuckTales.
Lion
yeah,
King.
Aladdin.
Yeah, DuckTales was actually good. Lion King was
Yeah.
good for its time.
Lion King.
Was
Lion
good.
King was Lion King.
Lion King was Lion King. Yeah.
That game was
Um,
hard.
But
So
isn't it great looking at Smash and looking at all those amazing trademarks and then Disney, right at the end.
It like kills me.
I mean, I think
but
that's
it's
it's
appropriate.
pinnacle magnum opus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a way to end Disney.
That's a swan song. Yeah.
But yeah, like the music was great. So
Indeed.
yeah.
So talking about things that we've done in the past month, I've played a lot of the beta for Halo Infinite,
Oh.
and
Oh,
it's been a lot of fun.
I've heard
Okay.
it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I heard
They
it's
just
great.
need to
Browser will
add-
not stop talking about it.
Yeah. Well, who do you think I've been playing with? And then of course there's Back for Blood, which is
Yes.
basically Left 4 Dead 3.
Yes.
And I love it too because you can scale on your difficulty, but not only that, but you could just pick up where you left off, and even if you're playing solo or multiplayer, whereas with the older Left 4 Dead games, you had to pick up with whoever's copy it was on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
So, ah man, that's really cool. And we have so many different really cool games in the pipeline. We've got the new open world, not open world Pokemon game that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good.
What?
Oh,
What?
Talking about Legends, you're talking about Legends of Arceus?
Yeah,
Arceus, yeah.
Arceus.
Arceus. Yeah, I just want it to be good. I was saying, please be good.
It's gonna be
please,
good.
for the love of
It's
God.
gonna be one
I mean, it's
step in
Pokemon Breath of the
direction.
Wild. What's
No,
not
it's
to like about
it's
that?
It's not Breath of the Wild. I think it's gonna be more like linear in the smaller map and whatever. But I think it's gonna be a bigger version of the big area they have in Sword and Shield, and I'm okay with that. One step at a time, you know.
Anything's better than Sword and Shield.
Anything's
so.
better than Sword and Shield. Like, though I do like I'm gonna play a little bit of their DLC tonight because that was fun. I do like their shiny hunting roguelike. Like that was fun. Yeah.
Tundra's cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
So I think we should start wrapping up just for this week. We're easing back into things. There's so much there. Like I'm just so happy to be back doing this podcast and being back with such great people. Um, like this is really. It's been freaking depressing to not be able to do the podcast for a month and a half because you guys are just the coolest. So let's go around again. Maybe say one more spoopy thing about gaming or one thing from the past month since we missed that. I'm considering this season 2, episode 1 of the podcast. Just because.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll just be the next episode. The point
Love
is,
it.
it's a brand new anything. I don't know. But
Oh, we lost. Did we lose Ryder?
yeah,
Oh, no.
KK,
Jake.
don't leave us, KK.
Yeah.
We were trying to finish strong.
I think
Nope.
he's like
Back.
frozen in
What'd I do?
time, but
huh?
You froze again.
I did?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Oh, I
Yeah,
kind
right
of just stood in place and didn't say anything because I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for it to keep going.
It's
If I freeze again, don't worry about it. Keep going.
it's my new emote. I guess in the meantime, we should have KK go first just in case they freeze again. Tell us a little bit more about your channel, obviously. Just give a shout out.
Sure.
And then anything you think is something about the spoopy Halloween or spoopy moment in gaming or something from the past month that we've missed.
Sure. Hello everybody. As you all know, my name's KKrider, Barbie speedrunner extraordinaire.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've just been recently going through a bunch of different games that have been requested from my audience because that's kind of where my audience has me at a whim. So I have a bunch of things like I'm playing through the amazing Star Wars Super Bombad Racing for the PS2,
Oh boy.
Final Fantasy 15,
Uh.
and we're about to start a new spoopy game later called Scooby-Doo and the Night of the Thousand Frights, and I'm super excited for that. So if you like pure chaos, I'm your guy.
I have Barbie. I think I have the Barbie game that you were mentioning. I think I finally have the Game Boy Advance version. So I've got to take on you sometime. So
Welcome.
Competition.
yeah,
Ooh.
dude.
Welcome.
That's
I welcome it.
that's definitely $3. That's not going to waste.
At least you don't have Frogger the Great Quest, because I recently beat that, and it's the worst video game I've ever played in my life.
Is that
I
the
went
Game Boy Advance
insane
one?
Goodness.
beating that
Is
game.
that the Game Boy
Whoa.
Advance?
It was the
That's what you
funniest
actually
game I've
beat,
ever played.
though.
It's the funniest game I've ever played. Worst game I've ever played. But yeah, if you want to see stuff like that, you come to me.
I might have also bought that one recently. Anywho,
God no.
BirdCultured.
Yes.
You're up next. Tell me either.
I'm next.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about your channel, about your
Yeah.
dope musics, and
Right. Yeah.
I like
I've been
BirdCulture's
trying
music.
to get more and doing more music streams actually because I'm recording 2 albums right now. So I'm doing my my second solo album for Electric Stove.
Yes.
Check out the first one. And BirdCultured, or Bird Culture without the D. Our band, we're trying to get in shape to do some live shows and recording an album. We have 90% of the music written and all that, so we're trying to get that out there. And
It's tough work, man. It's
looking
tough
at
work.
album artists and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
but it's fun to do it on stream too because it puts you under the gun a bit. But I found that it's a little bit easier to find an audience online than it is like just in like Chicago or something for like the kind of music we do. And
I need to start doing some game dev streams online. I don't
yeah,
know.
you totally do.
Maybe if you're streaming, maybe if you want to co-stream or something, like
Yeah.
because I need to like also focus on game dev when I'm doing it, like because it's programming. You can't just talk and code. It's not a thing.
Yeah, that's tough. You could always just do like Discord stream too, like just have it going so it's not like you're performing or anything. I've thought about doing that one, recording music as well,
Yeah, we'll
just
talk.
to have it going. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I forget. We were playing Super Castlevania last stream just because I've never played it. I don't know what's gonna be next. I've just been consumed with Yakuza Like a Dragon, and who knows? Yeah, so it'll be a surprise. But we're usually up on Tuesday nights. You can reliably find us. But usually on weekends as well. Not this past weekend. It was a little bit too much going on. But
Stream of life is chaos, and we're only up to 3 a.m. every night for Halloween. many
My
nights a
body
year.
was not ready for 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Woof.
Joho, take us home, kind of.
Well, I am Joe, the Joho Vega. You can catch me on the CR Game Room every Tuesday. I have my own streaming channel, which I'm gonna be doing I think I'm either doing Dark Souls or Rocket League here in a little bit, so I'll be starting that up. So yeah, you can find me at _Joho on Twitch, or you can find me at CR Game Room, all one word. And I'm a filthy casual about a lot of things: Magic, Pokemon, trading card games, as well as I fail horribly at AAA games titles. And so yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff, kind of like trying to catch on or see what sticks all throughout the past month with various shooters and different games. And it's been a pleasure, and it was good to finally meet KKrider276, sort of
Pleasure, dude.
pseudo IRL. Because yeah, this is the first time we've actually like talked that isn't inside another streamer's chat or
Mhm.
his chat.
It's always so
And then
interesting.
culture, it was a pleasure meeting you, man. And nice
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead costume. And then KKrider276, you're going for Diego, right?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm very excited that
Theme.
people got that.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of cool. I had to switch into the chicken suit because I had my Slytherin outfit, but you wouldn't be able to get like the full thing of it on the camera. So
I just have Sonic with me. He's.
you just have Sonic.
I just have big old
It's
Sonic with
always been
me. Unless
It's always been a pleasure crapping on Nintendo
yeah,
services
yeah.
with the Pocket.
I like Nintendo, I swear.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
We're
that's
like
the
the
thing. Like
biggest
as a
fans.
fan base, Nintendo has the most vehement fan base, worse than Star Wars, I want to say in some regards, because like we'll constantly shit on them, but then we'll happily lap up anything that they get on,
Yeah.
even if it's repackaged like Switch ports for older games. We're like, yeah, sure, we'll pay $30 for that.
Yeah.
It's like, should you though? That game is 30 years old, almost 40 years old, and I'm paying $30 for it. I may have like 2 physical copies of it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah,
I
Puck,
just
you
want them to
gotta
do
if you have
better.
Sonic, you gotta just say you're James Marsden from the movie, and that
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
I'm James Marsden.
That
Before
guy was such a trooper. He talked to a toy for like the entirety of the movie, and he made it happen too.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm
Mhm.
James Marsden before the revolt and the millions of dollars changing to the CGI of James Marsden. This is what the I looked like. It's true. It's fact.
That's true.
They gave everyone in that movie a touch up,
Yeah, exactly.
Too much of a touch up.
Yeah. Oh man, they're making another one. But that's for next time. So,
Yeah.
from everyone
Mhm.
here at the podcast studios, stay spooky. We're gonna keep these podcasts going again. Maybe next week. We'll see. I'm gonna hunt guests. Everyone knows me, so I'm like, do I have to plug anything? Go to these guys. These are nice people. Go to their channels. Follow them. And we're gonna continue having great times week after week. So join us. Avenge me. Catch you later.
Bye.
When you hit stop streaming on my computer, it doesn't actually stop.